people, welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. Hello, beautiful people, welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, Boogie down Bronx.
Hello, beautiful people, welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the, gotta slide up, Taurus. If you are new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you. If you have Taurus as a sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node sign. What do I want to shout out? Shout out to my everything deck. It is back in stock. I probably have about 5 copies left, or like a few bundles left. So get your everything deck bundle so you can be everything decked out like I am in my videos. I have been incorporating human design into my tarot readings and on Instagram especially. So if you do not know your type, I highly encourage you to know your type so you can have a more definitive, more personalized way, even more than with the cards, when you're watching these videos, because I will be referencing the types. And then eventually I'll do tarot-based human design YouTube readings, okay? So we're doing like a little bit of a transition, integration type of thing, and just go along with it, okay? You know how I do. So yeah, guys, let's flip through these cards and see what's going on for Taurus the rest of March. What's the energy right now? Ooh. Okay, we got some generator energy coming right out the bat, right out the gate swinging. Who is the Taurus generator collective? Surrender, frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly. Then you have settling for mediocrity, and then you have new career path. Okay, Taurus. So some of you are currently frustrated in your current career path, or maybe in a way you've gotten really comfortable in where you're at, right, in your career. But essentially now you're feeling more frustrated than at peace or happy or satisfied, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're not getting the recognition that you deserve if you are a Taurus and you are a projector. Like possibly in your career path, it's causing you some bitterness because you feel overlooked, you feel unheard, you feel dismissed, right? But this frustration is what we need to deal with first. Frustration is our sign, our indicator that we are pushing too hard in some way. We are, trying to move something that is just not moving. So we need to take a step back, right? We need to ask ourselves, are we settling in some way? Are we settling by allowing people to use us, to not give us the proper credit? Are we working too hard and not getting enough in return, right? And so for some of you, you are going to be going on a new career path when you realize that you're having this frustration. But if you are a generator type, because frustration is the not self theme for generators, you are supposed to wait to respond to something outside of yourself, not just respond to frustration, but if you're trying to find another job, start applying to jobs that look exciting, or put yourself in new environments to receive inspiration, or give you something to respond to. But anyway, Taurus, let's look at frustration. Let's see what's the challenge for Taurus right now. What's the challenge at this time for Taurus, please? What's the challenge? Manifest. Having a hard time manifesting. Therapist. Okay, some of you need to clear up some mental blockages first. Let's see. Happiness. Challenge. What else is challenging for Taurus right now? Blessing in disguise. Test or lesson. What else is challenging for Taurus right now? Okay. So you have artists at the bottom. Some of you, you have new job increase under that. And then you have recognition under that. So some of you are feeling a bit frustrated. Maybe you're looking for some type of work, or work has been slow. Some of you could have just been released from a job at this time. Whatever the case may be, Taurus, I do feel like you guys are settling in some way where you should have more for yourself, and you will continue to be frustrated because you are not in the right environment. You're not in the best environment for you to have your happiness full throttle, to have your manifestations come through. You have to at least be open to something new in order for this to unfold and take place. Some of you have a small business idea, or maybe you need to move some stuff around in order to be able to focus on this small business, but it's something new, right? You have the intuition card, and then at the bottom of my surrender deck, you also have intuition. So some of you are ignoring your own intuition about what you need to do, or you know that you want to branch out or do something different, right? And it's a blessing in disguise. You may not see it like this right now, or like a career path or shift or something. You may not see that, it's a blessing in disguise right now, but it's not worth it to fight for staying in your current position, especially if it's bringing you this frustration, right? But let's say that you are a projector in human design and you want a new job, but for big invitations like that, for relationships, for friendships, for jobs, you have to be invited in, right? So what you guys really need to work on in the meantime is building a new portfolio, really building up your resume, or working on the skills that you want to be seen and invited and recognized for, right? So if you're in a job that doesn't showcase your skills, or you want to be in a job that showcases XYZ skills, you're great at managing, directing, artists, whatever you are, then you need to be working on some type of portfolio for that, so that you can have people extend invitations to you, right? If you apply for the job, you have an amazing resume, you have an amazing portfolio to show for it, then you will be invited into the new career path. So working on things like that, will help. And then you have letters in name C, W, Y, or V. This could be letters in your name or someone that you are connecting with. And then you have therapist. So some of you may need to talk some stuff out with a therapist in order to, feel better. And maybe get a better perspective on what else you should be doing. So what else do we have here? What's the solution for Taurus at this time? How can Taurus overcome these obstacles? You have creativity, you have change, your favorite thing to do. What's the solution for Taurus? Recognition. That card was there, but it didn't come out the first time. Okay, what else is what's the solution for Taurus? Using your free will. Using your free will. Anything else for a solution for Taurus with the free will card? Okay, so this is what I'm hearing for Taurus. You ultimately, Taurus, have been self-sabotaging because of your fear of change, right? So, Taurus is not the biggest fan of change. We know this. Fixed earth sign, very comfortable in things that are safe and stable, right? But I'm hearing that many of you have been talking yourself out of something for a very long time because you keep trying to convince yourself it's not the right time yet. It's not the right time to leave this job. It's not the right time to leave this relationship. It's not the right time for XYZ. So it's just making these excuses, right? Because your free will card is here. You can stay in any situation as long as you want because this is your free will. Nobody's going to come down. Jesus himself would not come down and tell you, hey, Taurus, it's time to move. You know what I'm saying? Let me pick up one foot and put it in front of the other. Like, nobody's coming down to make you move, to make you change. Only you can do that, right? You can choose to stay in frustrating situations. You can choose to settle for mediocrity. Mediocrity. You can choose. You get what I'm saying. You choose what you want to pursue. You choose the people you want to engage in. And ultimately, you self-sabotage every time you tell yourself, it's not the right time. It'll never be the perfect moment to make that change, that adjustment, that mindset shift, right? It is going to take you being a little bit more creative, doing things that you've never done before to experience things you've never had. So if you don't know what to do, ask for help. If you don't know which way to go, if you don't know how to get yourself unstuck out of a situation, you ask. For some of you, it will help if you ask a trusted therapist or somebody that knows you personally, okay? And then you have the recognition energy. Again, this is the projector energy that I was just referencing. Recognition. Every projector needs to be recognized for their skills. If you're in a relationship that does not recognize you for whatever it is you're trying to be, if that's an amazing friend, if that's an amazing wife, husband, whoever, or if you're in a job that does not recognize your skills, just makes you work and work and work and doesn't say, hey, good job. Hey, you get a promotion. Hey, you get a raise. Of course, you're always going to be frustrated. Of course, you're always going to be bitter. And so you need to go towards recognition. You need to go where you are recognized for your positive attributes, where they're praised, where people appreciate you, right? And so this puts you ultimately in a student position again, because you have to learn, you know, a new way of being. Maybe you've mastered a certain skill. You've mastered a certain phase in your life, right? And so it is scary to think about going back to being a student where you don't know everything, right? You have to be under somebody new. You have to try something else. You have to explore new people, right? But if the recognition has stopped, if you do realize that you are settling, if things are not progressing, if you're frustrated, if you're angry, if you're bitter, then you need to change the path, right? You have to change the environment. You have to go where you're recognized. You have to go and, you know, stop talking yourself out of this, saying it's not the right time for me. And, you know, you've been saying this for months and years already. Your free will is holding you hostage, right? In a sense, if you're not using it. You were created to make decisions and to change and to find solutions for your life. If something is not working, you have a choice ultimately to just accept that it doesn't work for you and stay in the situation, or you have a choice to say, hey, I'm going to ask people what I should do. Maybe they'll give me some ideas, or I'm going to try to find a way out. I'm going to try to get better for myself because I know better exists. It does exist. If you believe it exists, it does. Okay. So let's move on. We spend a lot of time in the everything deck. So now let's look at anything else for the tarot. What's in the tarot for the Toro? What's coming towards Taurus at this time? Oops. What's coming towards Taurus at this time? Seven of Swords. Running away from your obligations and responsibilities. Ignoring your intuition. Tell me more for Taurus at this time. What's coming towards Taurus? Could be a Pisces energy coming in or around you. What else do we have coming towards Taurus? Five of Wands, Two of Wands, reverse, Ace of Pentacles. This new job is about to smack you in the face. This new job, this new career path, this new something, this idea, this business proposition, whatever it is something that's going to be very promising, very stable. But essentially, you have to be the one to know that you're worth accepting it. You have to give yourself the self-love in order to receive the things that you deserve. It goes two ways, okay? Some of you are just too stuck in the past still. You have the unfinished business card at the bottom of the deck, and you have the Six of Cups in reverse. You're stuck in this past mentality of, you know, the ways you used to think that you weren't good enough before, or, you know, self-sabotage, imposter syndrome, and it keeps you in this place of always fighting against your future. Okay, Taurus, many of you have been fighting against your future for the longest time because there's certain things that you don't believe, certain skills that you don't believe you have that other people recognize in you. But you also don't give them a chance to recognize them, or more people to see the skills. You hide them, you hide yourself. So Five of Wands, this is you fighting against that, and Two of Wands reverse, having that fear of moving forward. You feel it, like you should, but you're ignoring the intuitive nudges and pulls, and you decide to run away from it, right? But there's a new opportunity with the Page of Wands. If you overcome this scarcity mindset of letting go of what's familiar. Page of Wands is a student role. You get inspired and you learn. You learn something new, new skills, new hobbies, doing new things, okay? Anything else for Taurus? Anything else for Taurus? Taurus. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords reverse. We're just going in circles here at this point. But like I've been saying, you have the choice, right? You choose what you want to stay in. If it's okay, if you like it, I love it. Okay, you want to settle, you can settle, right? 8 of Cups, though. Many of you do want to walk away. Many of you do know that you are deserving of more. You know that there's more passion, more excitement, more. You don't want to be a page forever. Like, you don't want to always just be in the student role, or, you know, just being an intern. You know, you want to eventually grow, blossom into the Queen of Wands, where you're passionate, your passion shines through, you have your own business, you have your, you know, your platform, whatever it is, but it is going to take you being uncomfortable temporarily instead of just shifting back. You have to do this mental shift, okay? It's the mental shift that's really holding you back. You know, trying to hold it all together, trying to prevent the worst from happening, trying not to, you know, cause damage by you deciding I want to walk away or move forward, or, you know, what would happen if I did decide to change paths, if I did decide to change relationships, change jobs, change cities. You know, it's all just those fears, those what ifs. But opportunity is knocking very hard. And it's up to you if you want to answer the door. You don't have to. But no, choosing to stay in frustration is also a choice. What's the advice for Taurus? It's time to get out of Dodge. Okay, what's the advice for Taurus? What is the advice for Taurus moving into April, going out of March? What is the advice for Taurus moving out of this energy? High Priestess again, this Pisces energy. More Pisces energy, Hangman. You got to trust your intuition, Taurus. You know what's good for you. You know what's right for you. You know that you can have more for yourself. What else do we have for Taurus? 9 of Cups, that satisfaction feeling. 8 of Cups, the advice. To get to your satisfaction, you have to walk away from what's unsatisfying. It's just very logical, you know? It's very logical. And you don't have to do it alone. You do not have to do this alone. Yeah, the Tower card, though, it is going to be time for a more drastic type of change for you if you want to see bigger results. Let's clarify the Tower here before I put the rest of the cards. What's the Tower saying for Taurus? What can we, yeah. We got to unblock ourselves from the fear of forward movement. There's fear of forward movement. There's, you know, a yearning for having opportunities, but there's a fear to move forward. But they both work together. You know what I mean? So I want to get an affirmation card for Taurus as well. Okay, so everything is always working out for me is the affirmation. And it is. But you have this 8 of Cups here again, walking into emotional fulfillment, walking out of emotional frustration. Somebody go quote that. There's about 3 or 4 things I said in this video that are quotable, that are Tarot by Bronx quotable quotes. Go quote that. Okay, quote it. So I don't even remember what I just said. Oh, you have to walk out of emotional frustration to walk into emotional satisfaction. Okay? You have to walk out of something in order to walk into something else that is more satisfying to you. You have to overcome these fears. Okay? Again, with more Pisces. Who is the Pisces Taurus combo? Or Pisces influence around you, or this is Pisces season is illuminating these feelings for you, because we're still in Pisces season. right? These fears, the fears of the unknown, all, you know, it's holding yourself back. And this is what I was kind of telling Cancer. You could have Cancer placements as well, as you're the only one stopping yourself at this point, right? You know, it's like the fear of like when it all falls apart. I know losing stability and comfort is probably the scariest thing for Taurus ever, but it's like sometimes it is necessary for growth. That's the only way you're going to grow ever, is if you let some stuff go, right? If you finally decide to move forward, and the path is really going to really just open up for you, and letting out these fears of losing control. Aries energy with the Emperor, and it'll be something to celebrate, honestly. And again, like I said, Five of Pentacles again in reverse is getting out of the lack mentality and knowing that it's okay. What was lost will be replaced. It's a temporary sacrifice, right? It's going to be way better than you could have ever imagined. And that's why it's called imagination, because you can't imagine how amazing it could be. So that's what I got for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. If this reading resonated for you, let me know that in the comments down below. I am at Tarot by Bronx. On everything. On everything.